Rain poured over the city like an endless curtain, blurring the streets and muting the noise of traffic. Noah's shoes splashed through puddles as he hurried toward the nearest shelter. He spotted a small bookstore tucked between a café and an antique shop, its warm yellow lights glowing like an invitation. He stepped inside, shaking droplets from his hair, the scent of old paper and coffee wrapping around him. The soft hum of quiet jazz floated in the air. Noah wandered down the narrow aisles, his fingers brushing over the spines of books, searching for nothing in particular, until he froze. There, in the poetry section, stood Lily. She was wearing a pale blue coat, her hair slightly damp from the rain, a well-worn copy of love sonnets open in her hands. She looked up, startled, and for a moment, neither of them spoke. "Noah," she said softly, her voice unsure yet familiar, like a half-forgotten song. "Lily, after all these years," he replied, a smile tugging at his lips. They moved toward each other, and the years melted away. They found themselves sitting by the window on two creaky wooden chairs, talking and laughing as though no time had passed. She told him about the cities she had lived in, the people she had met, and the quiet loneliness she carried. He shared stories of missed chances, long nights, and dreams he hadn't chased. Outside, the rain drummed steadily against the glass, as if urging them to stay there forever. The shopkeeper's voice broke their conversation. "We're closing in 5 minutes." Reluctantly, they stood and walked outside, greeted by the soft roar of the rain. The street shimmered under the lamplight, and the air was filled with the scent of wet earth. They stood there, close enough to feel each other's warmth. Noah's heart pounded in his chest, his breath quick and unsteady. For years, he had carried the words he was about to speak. "I should have told you this a long time ago," he began, his voice low but certain. "I've always loved you, Lily." For a second, she just stared at him, her lips parting as if to speak but no sound coming out. Then her eyes softened, glistening with unshed tears. "Do you know how many years I've been waiting to hear that?" she whispered. The rain grew heavier, drops sliding down her cheeks, mixing with the tears she didn't bother to hide. She took a step closer, their faces inches apart, her breath warm against his skin. Noah reached for her hand, feeling the familiar way her fingers fit into his. The years of silence, the distance, the missed moments, all of it seemed to fade in the presence of this one truth. And then she kissed him. It wasn't rushed or desperate, it was slow, deep, and filled with everything they had never said. The street around them blurred into nothing. The rain became background music to their long-awaited reunion. When they finally pulled away, Noah smiled. "I'm not letting you go again." Lily's answer was simple but certain. "You won't have to." Under the rain, with hearts finally unburdened, they walked away together, knowing their second chance had just begun.